South Africa is the most LGBT plus friendly country in Africa. It is the only country in Africa where same-sex marriage and partnership are legal and couples can joint adopt children. In the span of some years, acceptance of homosexuality in South Africa increased considerably. As of 2019, 54% of respondents from South Africa believed that homosexuality should be accepted by the society.
What does this day mean to you? It means a lot of things. It honestly just means it's a reminder for us as gay people to celebrate ourselves, to love ourselves, to celebrate each other. It's a reminder for us to remember and remind each other, I guess, that we have a place in this world. And I think it's just a day where we get to sort of just express our loudest selves um, in a way that we don't get to do every single day. Um, in the hopes that one day maybe we really can just live however we want, whenever. But this is also a celebration of a day in history when all the people who had been fighting for us to find freedom finally found that freedom. So this is a day just to go back on that and basically honor that moment, honor that work. And yeah, I guess it's just a day for us to be us, just celebrate each other.
In the colored communities growing up, we've not been accepted, and this is like the only event in place in Cape Town where you can actually accept and be yourself.
I'm actually having a great time. It's sunny and I'm wearing shorts. Don't really show my legs. Great people, great energies. Everyone is beautiful here.
This is my first Pride, so it signifies quite a lot for me. Personal growth, acceptance within the community, acceptance within Cape Town, inclusivity. Yeah, it means quite a bit to me.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I had a moment when I arrived here where I was like, I'm at Pride. Because this whole time I've been in like business mode, you know, get our store set up. And I'm so excited. The last time I was in Pride, at Pride, I was actually suffering from PTSD. And I went into clinic the next day. So it's amazing to see me in a place where I'm so happy and content. And to be at a place like this, it's really a big celebration.
I am Mulani from Johannesburg, and at the age of 16 is when I realized that I'm actually attracted to my own gender. And it's not something that always been in my mind, but throughout the days as I was growing, I've always been fond of things of the other gender than my gender. How were my parents' reaction? Not so very well, because I actually got kicked out from home, and then I was actually forced to stay with some friends, and still I was able to go to university, and here I am. My reaction from my family was they were very shocked, to a point where I got kicked out of the house. I was actually forced to stay with some friends for a couple of months while I was still doing my metric, until I was able to apply for university. Now I'm here and through the government funding nurses. My experience in university as a homosexual has been a roller coaster. I've bumped into people who are very homophobic in my residences, to a point where I even had to fight someone and beat them up with a bottle. To a point where there was even disciplinary hearings. But besides this, life as a homosexual in university is quite very nice. You get to meet a lot of different people, you get to meet a lot of friends, and yeah, it's been nice. I feel like in this day and age, people are starting to be more comfortable, especially in South Africa. And the only reason why people are starting to be more comfortable about it is because we as the LGBTQ community are making it a thing for us to be well known about our sexuality, and people to be comfortable around us as well. So I feel like slowly but slowly people are being accepting of us. It's way better than the early 2000s. Right now I feel like it's better. You find people are cross-dressing, they can wear their crop tops, they can do whatever. So yeah, I feel like things are better now. My friend there's a friend of mine. He used to go to the University of Johannesburg. We used to read UJ together. We used to study HR. I think he dropped out 2019 before he came to CPUT. So he's the one who motivated me to come out. He was always fluid about his sexuality, even though he was too fluid at times. I'm not saying, but yeah, he's the one who motivated me to come out. And yeah, how is the dating pool in the LGBT community? The dating pool is quite different. And the LGBT community, most of the time, age is it's just a number. But the dating pool is quite big, and you find people who are very discreet from their family members. You find people who are homosexual and lie to their family members. You find people who are married and still sleeping with other men. So the dating pool is bigger than what people think it might be. The message I would love to convey is that there's a lot of there's a lot of negativity among the LGBTQ that still goes around. So I'd love for people who are in the LGBTQ not to be, they must know their boundaries. If you know your boundaries, you will stay out of trouble with any people who's homosexual. If you know your boundaries, you will know who you stand with and who your crowd is. And that is the message I have for everyone who's in the closet or is part of the LGBTQ community.
South Africa is still walking a tightrope between its strong constitutional commitment to protect gay rights and its solidarity with the largely homophobic rest of Africa, but it seems at least to be improving its balance. Some 38 of Africa's 55 states criminalize homosexuality. South Africa, meanwhile, is not only a continental but indeed a world leader in protecting gay rights. As John Jeffrey, Deputy Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, told the Civil Society Organizations Alliance Building Workshop on lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex, South Africa was the very first country in the world to prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation and has one of the most progressive constitutions along with other legislation that outlaws discrimination based on sexual orientation in the workplace and legalizes same-sex marriages. Few would argue with Jeffrey that at home and on paper, South Africa is indeed exemplary in protecting